I've been asked a couple times in the past what my favorite classes were, or what the best jobs were in Bravely Second. I don't really like the idea of saying which one is best, since that's a pretty situational question. But there are a few classes that I particularly like myself and work well with my playstyle and seem to work good as a whole, so I have no problem with sharing those today. So here are my personal top 5 Bravely Second jobs. Important note, these aren't really in any particular order. So, first up, Bishop. Bishop is the holy child of White Mage and Spirit Master. Now, while Spirit Master has a lot of defensive magical barrier spells it can use, and the ever infamous Stillness, its healing capability was lackluster. White Mage was the vice versa. While White Mage is a great source of healing, capped numbers are nothing compared to percentages. Hence, Bishop comes out on top, doing more or less both of these jobs better. Percent-based healing spells like Vivify and Benediction are incredibly strong, especially Benediction Mist, as well as Resurrect to revive multiple teammates with the proper ability setup and spellcraft. The reason that these work so much better is because of the fact that your healing isn't dependent on how strong you can get your mind stat up to, which will eventually hit a limit, but it matters on how strong your allies are. So as your team becomes stronger, your healing becomes stronger. Calm is a nicely nerfed version of Stillness. It doesn't break the game too much, but there's still a few other spells that just add those little things that make the Bishop good as a whole, like Innocence to take care of various status ailments, or Holy Knight. Regaining 30% of your max HP when attacked while defaulting sounds pretty alright, better than just taking the damage at least. Some would argue that Catmancer can be a better healer, but just one healing spell can't even compare to the power of the Bishop. We may as well talk about the Bishop's inverse class next, the Wizard. By far the most useful magic damage class, it certainly shines in second due to how much stronger magic is in this game compared to default. Spellcraft is the Wizard's main appeal, being able to manipulate any spell however you want, which allows for a lot of possibilities. Everyone already knows about Meteor Rain, the most overpowered damage spell in the game, and Benediction Mist, again, is another favorite for great passive healing. Ventriloquism is a very strong ability that comes from the Wizard, although it is situational, as it applies whatever spellcraft you used in that turn to all other ally spells cast as well. If I were to be naming one job as the best one, I would probably go with this job. With Spirit Magic proportional to your int stat and magic attack, and Spellcraft giving you the Hammer ability, you can use it for both magic and physical damage, making for a character that can literally defeat any boss very effectively. If you don't already have a wizard on your team set up, you may want to reconsider. Let's talk now about a class that's shared between the two games. One of the best jobs in default, and is still rather useful in second, the Pirate was originally a class I never thought was going to be too great. But, after using it in default, it was immediately something I went for in Bravely Second. By far one of the strongest physical classes, if not the strongest. The Pirate is well known for smashing shit over the head with an axe, and applying massive debuffs of every kind to the enemy. Physical defense, magic defense, attack, speed, all stripped away. Amp Strike and double damage are great and all, but eventually, this class can just get to the point that Shell Split on its own is doing max damage. And with the Bully ability, your damage is increased even more from each debuff you have on an enemy, snowballing ever more. Magic may rule supreme in Bravely Second, but the Pirate reminds us that you can still crack a few heads with a trusty axe any day of the week. Next up is the Dark Knight. Now, as much as I like Alternus as both a character and a meme, the Dark Knight has my absolute favorite damage ability, Minus Strike. I have ranted and raved about Minus Strike probably at every chance I've gotten, and I'm gonna do it again. For very good reason. Unless the boss is immune to physical damage, this is by far the best damage ability in the entire game. Using Phoenix Flight from the Monk to lower your HP to 1, and deal that much lost HP as damage, only to follow up with 3 more Minus Strikes, is a combo I've since dubbed Phoenix Striking, and I love it because of how consistent and powerful it is. If you do not know, minus strike deals damage equal to the amount of HP you're missing, and with this kind of combo, you can deal just under 40,000 HP of damage in a single move for one character. His ability to ignore defense and just do pure damage like this is incredibly appealing. Hell, it's the only way I've been able to kill hacked balls in my Fort Loon that have so much defense you can't hurt them. Now, of course, everyone knows the Dark Knight is a glass cannon, but it certainly doesn't disappoint. Darkbane, Blackbane, Rage for crying out loud, all draining your health as well as your enemies. In the end, the Dark Knight has always managed to find a place on my team, and I doubt it will ever leave should it continue to stay as it is. Exorcist. Oh boy. If there's ever been a single class so broken and focused around the thing that makes it so broken, it's the Exorcist. There's others, of course, and there's better combos that are much stronger, but this one puts all others individually to shame with its undo commands. The power to literally reset whoever you want to any state in the last few turns is unbelievably powerful, whether it's HP, MP, or even BP for crying out loud. And this isn't just for allies. I actually killed Revenant with undo HP in the duo boss fight because he possessed a teammate who died, and then I just undid his HP to 0. And like, Eradication, it's literally just a move that has a 1 in 3 chance of killing an enemy outright across all enemies. Glossolalia, the ability to cast any spell shared by friends and guests as much as you want. This also makes for one hell of an annoying boss fight against its asterisk holder Geist, who is probably one of my favorite characters in the series so far. His line delivery, his lore, his design, it all works together so well for him. Other combos are, again, obviously stronger, but in terms of one job single-handedly breaking any sense of balance in the game, I'm giving it to the Exorcist. I know I always complain about OP builds and how they take the fun and difficulty out of the game, but if I'm being honest, this is probably my favorite class yet from the series, both from a functional and aesthetic viewpoint. Well, that's a list of my personal top 5 Bravely Second jobs. What jobs do you guys like or find to be the best ones out there? Let me know in the comments. Got a question for me? Leave a comment. Have any future video requests? Give me a comment. You like the video? Smash the buttons, you know which ones! Alright, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.